What's up, wrestling card collectors? Tom here from CollectAWrestlePalooza. I'm going to be opening up two new envelopes on video today. Both envelopes contain 1991 Merlin Undertaker rookies. I finally bought my favorite Undertaker rookie. I probably spent more than I should on these cards, but I love this Undertaker. It's my favorite one, and I also got what I think is one of the rarer and more spectacular Undertakers that's out there. That is the UK 1991 Merlin. Can't wait to open it, can't wait to take a look, and I'm going to show you guys on video what it looks like. Enjoy.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.
So some people are saying the world is a scary place right now. I know there's a lot of volatility in the markets. You might be a little nervous to buy some risky cards right now, and I would agree with that. So I've been buying Undertaker rookies because I feel like it's a good long-term play. It's a stable investment. I mean, there was a UFC fighter who just came out dressed as the Undertaker. He has cultural relevance. People know about him, and of course, wrestling fans love him. He's one of the GOATs. So you can still buy his rookies, I think, at a steal compared to Hulk Hogan's and Flair's and some of the other GOATs. So I say snatch him up. It's a good risk right now, and a time when, you know, may not be the best time to take a risk. So I think it's a good low-risk play. I've been doing it. Now, as I said, these are 1991 Merlin Undertakers. I'm going to start here with the package that has two. As I stated, I did pay a little bit more than I probably should have for these, but they included here is my favorite Undertaker of all time, which is the Coffin Undertaker, I like to call him. I think it's card 103 off the top of my head from the 91 Merlin set. It's the one where he is standing behind a coffin, he has his hands on it, and he has the urn, and he has the, you know, gray under his eyes, and just looks like the typical 1991 Dead Man Undertaker that we all knew and love, particularly folks from their 30s and 40s. They would have been children at that time, and really made an impression on a lot of kids, myself included, as just an ultimate superhero. So yeah, it is card number 103. I'm going to start with that. This one here is a German card 103, which in my estimation is the most common of the Merlins, and I'm only going on what I see on eBay. The PSA counts for the Italian, the German, and the UK versions are somewhat similar, although there is a drop-off when you get to the Italians and then the UKs. I think the UK 1991 Merlins are very rare. I never see them come up on eBay. And I think the only way to really tell is the back of the card and the language of the statement there. So, of course, this is German. The centering was off. The left-right centering is not great, and the top-bottom centering is not great, but not so much that it takes away from the eye appeal. And the rest of the cards seem to be in good shape. The surface and the corners, both from the description and the photographs, I felt very comfortable investing in a raw 1991 Merlin. As I said, this is my pick for the Undertaker to own into the future. I just feel like this card is such a great representation of the character at that time in the World Wrestling Federation. So card number 103. And then at the same time, just to get combined shipping, and because there was another relatively good deal, the Portrait Undertaker. This is not the earliest one in the set. This is card number 40, but it is the one that's the portrait that does not have the checklist back. I do have a couple of the checklist back Undertakers from 1991, which I think is card 30 something or other in the 30s, so it would be lower number and therefore perhaps more desirable, but I like the one that does not have the checklist back. I just think the back of these 91 Merlins is amazing, and I really like that up-close portrait of Mark there, and the casket, or the coffin, or whatever you want to call it there. So I think this is the best portrait card. Again, in pretty good shape. Centering is off a little bit, but corners and surface look pretty good from the photos, so I'm very happy with it. And actually in my hand, the centering does not look as bad as it did in the photos. So I think this was a pretty good buy. I probably overpaid a little bit, but paid under $40 for it. So I thought that was a pretty good price, if it grades high. And now moving on, I splurged on this card. I'm super excited to open it. I already know this is the UK version of The Undertaker. It's the only one I've ever seen on eBay. So I jumped all over it. I bought it, took a risk. The seller said it's not in great shape, but I don't care because I'm just gonna check the size of it, make sure the size checks out. It does appear to be the right size. I was nervous because it came in what looked to be a prefab rookie case, so I thought maybe it was a reproduction if it was going to fit snugly in that case, because everyone knows the Merlins are a little bit smaller. The size is right. I think this is a legitimate card. This is, again, card number 103, but if you take a look at the back, you can see the writing is all in English. So this would be the UK version of The Undertaker. This is an amazing card in my opinion. Again, I never see the UK versions come up on eBay. If folks have them, let me know, but I think that this is a pretty rare card. And this is something that I'm gonna hold on to, research, perhaps resell, but if I resell it, it's gonna be at a premium. This isn't one I'm gonna take a low ball offer on, just because I think that the cultural relevance, again, of The Undertaker, the rarity of this card, the image, this is my favorite Undertaker card. I think this is one of those buy the card, not the grade type scenarios. Even though it is in somewhat rough shape, you can see the corners are a little bit depressed. The printing on the back is not great. It is a little offset in parts, but again, buy the card, not the grade. It has great eye appeal. Centering is not terrible. And just an amazing, amazing card from my collection. So that does it for this week, folks. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. And note that I don't generally ask for subscriptions or likes anymore. I just feel like it detracts from the video, and everyone knows everyone knows that. It would be great to get a like or a subscription, then that would be greatly appreciated, but I don't feel a need to tell you that. So hope you have a great week. Thank you for watching the channel. If you do enjoy the content, then I do ask that maybe leave me a comment and tell me what you think. And tell me if you have any of those UK Merlins. I'd be interested to see how many of them are out there. Take care.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.